Broadcast is now starting. All attendees are in listen-only mode.
Morning, guys. Randy, good morning. Dan, Jim, guys, good morning. Good morning. Glenn, very good morning to you. Fellas, it is Wednesday, October 14th. Tony, Randy, Sue, Jacques, very good morning, guys. Kind of a slow session. Bank earnings, Goldman Sachs, of course, blew it away. You guys may have seen that. Good morning, Mark. Bank of America and Wells Fargo both missed. Nasdaq kind of hanging in there. I'm not sure we can get through 35 to 38. I'm looking at a 15-minute, and it is a mess between roughly here and 35, 36 area. I surely don't know that we can do it in pre-market. Guys, coming into the session, we've got small net buyers in the Nasdaq today, just over 500. Small net sellers in gold, 250. Inconsequential buyers, net buyers in silver, 25. Actually, now 77. Some buyers just came in. Nothing in the YM, 47 buyers. Really nothing in the ES, about 3,100 overnight buyers. And crude has 170 sellers. It is crude inventory day. I did not pay any attention to the API data yesterday. This is the area that I would expect that we fail. We got to 29. I don't think we can get through 35. We'll see. We'll see. In any event, guys, we're here. It's Wednesday, middle of the week. It's hump day. We've had two terrific trades so far. Let's try to keep that going. Just quickly looking at the ES, I like it long around 96, 97 area if we get a pullback. Nasdaq, I like this area for a short with a stop above 38. The long that I have is all the way back at about 84, 85. But I think this area here is probably a short stop above 38. I do have silver on my robots. I have the pound on. I have the euro, which I just missed the long on the euro. It's almost a first target. Pound is well into longs, probably on Brexit. Dollar index has moved a bit off of the highs, the overnight highs. I would expect a bounce coming shortly. And gold, back above 1900. Gold to me looks like it's consolidating. Good morning, Hubba Hubba. For those of you guys that are position traders, I'd like to see 1850. Has a very good base at around 1850. And then again, close to 1800, which in my opinion, I think is where you would want to really be long. Up here, I think you risk 50 to 100 bucks on a position trade. Natural gas, on a small 5-minute, it's well oversold. ES guys could pop up to 09 from here. Again, ideally, I like the pullback better into, maybe the whole number now, right around 3,500. Good morning, Todd. Nasdaq, I would expect a pullback. We'll see what we get. In any event, guys, we're here. If anybody has any questions, feel free to ask. I will quickly read the disclaimer, then we'll check news for the day. I know we have crude. U.S. government required disclaimer. Futures and options trading has large potential rewards, but also large potential risk. You must be aware of the risks and be willing to accept them in order to invest in the futures and options markets. Do not trade with money you can't afford to lose. This website is neither a solicitation nor an offer to buy or sell futures or options. No representation is being made that any account will or is likely to achieve profits or losses similar to those discussed on the website. Past performance of any trading system or methodology is not necessarily indicative of future results. CFTC Rule 4.41, hypothetical or simulated performance results have certain limitations. Unlike an actual performance record, simulated results do not represent actual trading. Since trades have not been executed, results may have under or overcompensated for the impact, if any, of certain market factors, such as lack of liquidity. Simulated trading programs in general are subject to the fact that they're designed with the benefit of hindsight. No representation is being made that any account will or is likely to achieve profits or losses similar to those shown. There is your disclaimer, fellas. So my first, it's trying to hold this little area here. My first target would be right about there. And then a free trade. If you guys want to get aggressive on the stop, you can drop it above that pivot, 34, 35. Drop it down 3 points. Pound is bid. Gold is stuck at 06 area, but it can get to 8.5. Nasdaq, bottom of this 15-minute candle is 16.5. So that's why I'm saying 17. So the bottom of the candle is 16.5. Just above it, I would expect a bounce. Try to hold that candle on the next candle in 2.5 minutes. I think we're going to get a lower high open, and we do have a few sellers. There's not many. I hate pre-market. Pound is over $1.30. It's a nice move. Started at 29. It's a nice move on the pound. Come on, one more 15 range candle. Get you up. They're losing buyers. You have net buyers, but they're losing. There it is. Oh, no, I didn't miss that by a tick. I missed that by about 4 ticks. Here it comes. Come on, 17. 17 for, oh, there it is. Oh, first target off. Free B-ski. It's a free B-ski, fellas. Now, trade them as you see fit. Nice trade. This can come all the way down, guys, to 85. Can come all the way to 85. Next candle here in 35 seconds. You're going to get support in here. Nice job, fellas. Going to get support in here. That's 15 minute. About 08. So we have to get down through 08. If we get below 08, we should come to 99. You can probably drop stop now to 29.30. on your runner, or break even, whichever you prefer. It is pre-market. In your trade setup, how many ticks is your so my targets are not predicated, Sean, on an arbitrary number. So if I said my first target is 10 ticks or 15 ticks, that's an arbitrary number. Good morning, Mohammed. My targets and stops are predicated on support and resistance areas. So when I gave you guys that first target of 17, it was predicated on a support area, right? It's not based on an arbitrary number. Same as my stop. So no, the bot doesn't use support and resistance. No. The robot is not using support and resistance. The robot, I mean, it's not artificial intelligence, right? It has no way, no robotic system has a way to identify support and resistance. So any robotic system, in order to trigger a trade, has to be predicated on something, right? How does it enter a trade? So more often than not, many of the robotic systems are predicated on divergence. So they're using, some form of MACD, RSI, etc., right? So when they read, if you will, a higher high with a lower MACD reading, they'll print a divergence, and then it's, the trigger may be the next candle or whatever. They're all different. So my robot is not predicated on divergence. My robot is predicated on my preferred style of trade, which is to trade in the direction of the move, right? An object in motion generally stays in motion. So as traders, we've all used moving averages. So you have your primary chart. So let's just, in this instance, let's just use this 15-minute. And I'm not showing the lines, so let me show the lines. It just confuses it. So on the primary chart here, my 15-minute gave a moving average crossover. Okay? So here would be the trigger. This is a 15-minute moving average crossover here, right? So it gave me the short at 23.75 at 5:15 this morning. Went 30, call it 31 handles, and then 51 handles. Right, so that's the question, what moving averages? So, those I won't share because they're not all the same, but it's not just a moving average crossover. Anybody can build a chart with a moving average crossover. So this robot is assessing secondary charts, right? So not only is this crossed, but the chart that I'm using, if I go back here, the chart that I'm asking it to assess against is a 5-minute. So these over here on the left-hand side, these time frames are filters. These moving averages also crossed. Now, the more filters I use, for instance, if I were to use a 30-minute, right? This is a 15-minute using one 30-minute time filter. It actually gave me a long at 2:30 this morning for 25 handles. Now, it's like anything else. If you put 10 indicators on your chart, right? And you waited for all of them to be congruent before you took a trade, you would take very few trades, just by nature of the indicators. Same thing with the filters. The more filters that I use, the more time frame filters that I use, look at this goal, it's going to go to 08.5. The more time frame filters that I use, the fewer trades I'm going to get. So one of the things that I do is, I do a back test. The first thing I do is a back test. And we have our own back testing strategy that was built. So the first thing I do is a back test. Once I have parameters, it will give me parameters. Now, the downside to NinjaTrader is that the back testing capabilities of NinjaTrader are not very good. It's not our software, it's NinjaTrader. So what I've done is I've opened an account at and they are known, they have terrific back testing capabilities. So what I do is I do an initial back test and I get my parameters. It'll tell me my stop loss. It'll tell me, what the bot should be programmed for. It'll give me parameters, what ATR I should be using, et cetera, et cetera. And again, once I've narrowed it down to, okay, these moving averages, et cetera, right? I then build a chart. And I say, okay, let me back test it. So then once I build a chart, I put in 20 days, 30 days, whatever the case may be. A lot of traders like to back test almost infinitum. They'll go back and say, okay, well, let's see what it's done over the last 12 months. Utterly useless information, because what happened 90 days ago is not germane to what's happening necessarily today. Surely what happened a year ago has no relevance to what happens today. So I generally go back 30 days to 45 trade sessions. Hey, Greg. If you have a name, I'll certainly email them. So this robot, good morning, Donna. This robot is the only one that I am aware of that is using a multi-time frame analysis of moving averages. So the robot is not just giving a signal simply because you have a crossover. That's just the trigger. So there has to be a trigger on any system. And as I said, most of these automated systems are using divergence because it's easy to program. It's far easier to program than programming multiple charts into the system, multiple time frames, I should say, and their corresponding moving averages. Divergence is easy. The problem with divergence they are all, they're lagging. All indicators are lagging, but so I'll take those lines out. I have the arrows anyway, so I can see them. Agreed. I agree. All indicators are, for the most part, useless. They are all you'll notice I don't use many indicators. Only order flow. Agreed. So one of my favorite questions asked traders is, what's your favorite leading indicator? And they'll give me all kinds of stuff. There is no such thing as a leading indicator. The only leading indicator is price. Price leads. The only way that the indicators fire is predicated on what? Price, right? Momentum indicators, etc. Price is current. Look at this son of a gun gold. Got to 8.5. Didn't think it could get through 6. Dollar index is getting it in the neck a little bit. Nasdaq, guys, if we can get above 249, wave goodbye. I didn't turn my 3-minute on like a freaking dope. So here is the 3-minute robot. If I had taken that trade, again, I just turned my robot on. I didn't have it on. We would have been long at 8.12. First target hit, second target hit, third target hit. So 12 ticks, 25 and 37 ticks all hit. If you've ever, Sean, if you want to laugh, go to Striker Securities or Canon Securities. And Elon is a friend of mine who owns Canon. Look at their robotic systems. Find me one that makes money. None. The ones that do may take a trade a month. There is no day trading robot that consists. Right. Find one that day trades. There is no day trading robot that makes money. May make money today, but they lose money. I've got members that have everything from Able Systems, which is not automated. You still have to push a button. Able Systems. I mean, I can go on and on. There is no day trading system, fully automated system that makes money. Ours does. Does that mean it makes money every day, every trade? No, it doesn't. Unfortunately for us, the market is dynamic. So yeah, that's exactly right. Good morning, James. And that's what I just said. The market is dynamic. If we had certain set of Stryker has Dean is telling me Stryker has 2,310 bots and Canon has 1,836. They just don't make money. They can't. The problem with the market is the dynamics of the market trade. The dynamics of the market change consistently. But there are certain things that you can count on, right? It doesn't matter what the market is doing. We know that now from time to time. No, my 3-minute did not take a long. That was a 15-minute chart, Joe. From time to time, we have to recalibrate. So for instance, I'll just show you one chart. This is the Nasdaq on a 3-minute chart, okay? Using one filter, a 14-minute filter, not 15, not 20, not 6, 14 minutes. Why 14 minutes? I don't know, but that's what works. And these moving averages, again, I don't look at these time frames, but these moving averages, or I mean these hours to trade, these moving averages are really weird. They're no moving averages that I've ever used before. So I'll show you. Let me just show you. It's easier. I have no trades. I've given the Nasdaq trade. Hang on one second, fellas. So this is what we built for the robot. Now again, it is somewhat accurate, but it's not accurate enough. So we go to optimizations, we put in our bots, right? It's licensed to the individual users. So what I want to check are moving averages, right? I'm going to check every moving average between 8 and 20 on a fast period. And on a slow period, I want to check every moving average between 20 and 50, right? I'm just going to make something up. Let's check between 9:30 for the sake of conversation and 11 a.m., okay? And before I get into trends, secondary trends, how many contracts do we want to trade? Let's say 3 contracts, okay? We'll just use a standard ATR period. I can adjust that as well. I can go minimum of 14 or let's say 5, maximum of 20. Doesn't matter, but I'll leave it at 14 or else we'll sit here and grind away, crunching data. Stop loss, the ATR, how about a two times ATR? We'll leave it at that just for conversation. Trailing stop, same. Profit target, I can change the profit target. Now this is 1.5 times ATR. I'm going to leave it there. Okay, I'm not going to change any of this data or else we'll sit here, watch this thing grind around. Profit target 2 is 2.5 times ATR. So what do we want to check? Let's just check crude. Okay, what time frame? Let's check 15-minute crude. Okay, 15-minute. Now I go back up to my secondary time frames. Let's just check a 5-minute, 15-minute with a 5-minute. This is a jump off point. I click run. So now it's going to give me some data. I don't know what it's going to come out as. I don't have a 15-minute chart, so I have no idea. That's what I love about Ninja. It's just fast. Target area on the Nasdaq is anywhere from 85 to the whole number. So this will give me some idea of what those parameters are worth. Let's just see. So it doesn't make any money. Doesn't make any money. Those settings do not make any money on crude, right? Total net profit is $900. Well, from January 1st. I don't want that data. Let's do from September 1st. Let's see if it changes any. Made $890. Yeah. Yeah, again, this is, you got to play with this till you get parameters you like, then you build a chart. Makes no money. This doesn't make any money. Loses $100, loses $100, etc. Right? So it doesn't make, this is not a time frame that we would be interested in trading, right? So what if we did a 5-minute chart and we used a 3-minute, just one? Now, again, I can add up to 4 filters. This is just a 5-minute with a 3-minute. I'm showing you bare bones, kind of how we start and how we end up where we're at. This is all recorded. You guys can watch it later. So from September 1st through today, using a 5-minute chart with a 3-minute filter, this makes $1,230 on 3 contracts. Profit factor sucks, 1.35. 50% win rate. Would have no interest in this on 28 trades. Would have no interest, right? Most of the money is lost in shorts, but I would have no interest in this, right? So now if I wanted to try to further filter it, we know we're trading a 5-minute. What if we did a 3 and a 7 or a 3 and a 10? Just again, I have no trades. Gold has melted up. I got no trades. So let's see what this gives me. Is it better than, this makes $1,000 on 60, took 6 trades. Profit factor is great, 4.96, great profit factor. Thank you, Greg. I will write that down. So your maximum drawdown is $170. Now, from September 1st through to yesterday, it only took 6 trades. All right, it made $1,000. But again, now you can further filter it. So maybe we're losing money on our runner. We don't know. What about 2 contracts, both off first target? One last one. So we get, see if I can find something workable here. Nope, $1,000. This is 100% winner. Took 3 trades in 6 weeks. No losing trades. So let's assume for the sake of argument, we like this chart, right? So now I come up here and this will tell me here, I need a 12 and 48 moving averages. 12 for the fast, 48 for the slow. 14 period ATR, 10 tick stop loss. Okay, 2 and 2.2, et cetera, right? So it gives me all of my settings here. Then what I do is I build a chart and I go back and I back test it on a chart. So what I want to see now is, okay, this told me it took 3 trades in the last, let's call it 6 weeks. Okay, 3 trades in 6 weeks. I had 2 longs and 1 short. I want to match those up. And if it proved fruitful, then I have a chart. So that's what we go through. Here comes our Nasdaq, guys. If you're anybody still holding that Nasdaq, Anybody still holding Nasdaq, guys? Okay, Reg. Okay, Mimi. We held a little bit of support. We should still see 99. I like 85 for the long. I'd like to see it down there. There's a big buy zone in there. Okay, Greg, nice job. The 15-minute does not look healthy. Natural gas is getting thumped. Thumped. Even on a 15-minute, we are now grossly oversold. We bounced off that 37. Remember I said natural gas can come down to 37? Guys, we could move all the way down to that 85, 84, 85, 86 area, which is where I like it long. So if you're still holding a short, I would sit with it. ES, I like long right around the whole number. Crude is on the run. Yeah, crude is in long. Let me take a look at crude. Man, not really. Look at this range. It's a pretty narrow range, daily range. I'll tell you what I see on crude. Not much. We could trade to 43. We just filled what looks like a small gap. We're trying to fill a small gap. It could be my data, but yeah, it's probably data because it's from 5 a.m. this morning. I doubt we had a gap down. We would have filled it right here at 30. Crude can go to 43 depending on date, what we get today. We could go to 40.65. Gold is running amok on 369 buyers. ES can trade to, if ES has an entry, if anybody is interested at 6.5, and you have a target at 11, that's on the move up. On the pullback, I mean, you could do 6.5 with a 2 stop. It's only 4.5 handles on the ES. Volumetric bars, I don't even know what they are. Dollar is getting just swallowed up today. Crude looks like it's going to that 43 if anybody is long. 42. Jesus, gold. Okay, Steve, nice. From 40.10. Yeah, where I watching it, there was a long at 11. I see. Nice job, Steve. Gold could pull back on a break of 9. Nasdaq is trying to hold 09 support. I don't think it holds. Look at this Nasdaq sitting around like a chump. You guys can buy the ES if you guys like the ES. I'd like to see 05 half. If you can get 05 half, buy the ES. If you guys like it. There's 97. Come on, 98. Oh, you stink face. Nine. I don't know what got stopped out, guys, yet. There it is. 02. Booyah! Did it again. 03. Did it again. 85 to 03, guys. 18 handles. 360 a contract. Thank you, Andy. You guys good? Nice job, guys. Nice job. All right, fellas. Boo diggity. Guys, ES is longs. I wanted 5 half. We didn't get it. And we might have. 475. ES is longs. Back up to 13. You guys like the ES. Anybody holding runners on Nas Crackle Dooney? Anybody holding a runner on the Nasdaq? ES is going. Say goodbye. Okay, fellas. Nice job, Brian. Made 1,200. Nice job. Okay, guys. Nice job, Floyd. Holding. Guys holding. Whee! This a trade, gentlemen. This a trade. 40 handles? That's a trade, guys. That ain't your grandfather's trade, fellas. Anybody long ES? First target 14. Anybody long ES? 14. Buy Nasdaq. Next target on Nasdaq. You guys aren't going to like it. 3187. 3187 on Nasdaq. Now you got to buy pullbacks. I wouldn't give this trade up, guys, if you're in at 85 where I gave you the entry. You kidding me? You're up 50, 60 handles, $1,000 a runner. I'd move your stop up, but there's no reason to be short. No reason to be out of the trade yet. I had an 03 target. That was my first target. Go ahead and pull back. I double dog dare you. We'll get you again. Guys, I don't think we pull back very far. Yeah, natural gas is going. Natural gas is long. We were just too early on the trade. I will buy Nasdaq back at 02 if it comes back to 02. I doubt it. We'll probably bounce right here, but we'll see. If you guys are out of Nasdaq, I like it about 02. If you're holding Nasdaq and ES, I'd like to see the ES, maybe pull back if you're not in the ES. This is a trade, guys. This was a trade. Is there anybody that was afraid to take it at 85? Next 15-minute candle, guys. I mean, we're pushed through all the resistance on a 15-minute. We should make it up to 45.50. Yeah, I wanted 05 half, and I didn't get it at the open. Thank you, Janelle. Did you get it okay? Nice. Good job. Listen, ain't no crying with 18 handle trade, right? Nice job. Honestly, did not have targets up here. So yeah. The open is tough. If you're going to trade the open, the volatility is significant. But I know where we're going. It's rare that it's rare that you guys know that have been around. It's rare that I don't get my targets. Now we're consolidating above VWAP. Let me go to another chart and see if I have another time frame to get in. Nope, I don't. We need a pullback. Maybe 19. All right, so we're long on the bot, guys, on the 3-minute. 3-minute bot just went long. If we would have broken 70, I would not have been happy, because then the next area down would have been 40. I probably would have been out at 68, 69. 70 was the bottom of the zone. So here's the 3-minute bot. And there goes the ES, guys. First target on the ES has been hit. Actually, 20, next level. 20. Call it 19 if you're holding ES. 19. 19. And then 38. Come on, buddy. Give them all some dough. 19 and then 38. Guys, I've said this 1,000 times. I'll say it 1,000 more. If you can't make money in this room, you cannot make money. End of story. You are welcome, Magnus. Anybody take gold at 10? Anybody take gold long at 10? It's up 14, 13 ticks. What is a ditty bag? I have no idea what a ditty bag is. You're welcome, Glenn. Nice job. I mean, guys, if you're in from 85, you're up 55 handles here, fellas. I'm trading off of a 3-minute chart, support and resistance, and then using my 15 range. So for now, I'm looking for entries on the 15 range, not the 3-minute. On the open, I have to use a bigger time frame, or else this 15. Oh, okay. On the 15 range, I now have to use it for small time, entries. The bigger time frame, we hit my target, next level up, guys. We got to work through about 150, and we can start trading up to 182. Does anybody see any reason to be short, fellas? I'm asking for a friend. ES is now long on the 15-minute. This trade will be here for a while because the ES is in longs and going. Yeah, I had never heard that before. A ditty bag. Here goes gold. I gave it at 10. Here goes gold. Bot's getting ready to fire at 12. We may come back to 23. Might be an interesting long. On the Nasdaq, we could come down to 11 as well, or all the way back down to the bottom of that first second candle. We could come back to 98. I doubt it. All naval term scuttlebutt. I doubt it. We have 900 net buyers now, fellas, in the Nasdaq. Bot is moving into first target. YM, conversely, is doing ditty bag stuff. 605. Where is this YM? I missed it. If you guys want to take YM long, you can take YM long right now. I'd be a little late. I should have been long probably 11. But if you guys are interested in YM is a long. With first target up around 60 to 65. Something else filled. Hang on, guys. I have to look. Oh, gold. Gold on the bot. So we have 3 bot trades running right now. Guys, if you took my gold trade, you are up $3. 30 ticks. 30 ticks. Come on, Nasdaq, get that target. Guys, it hit it to the tick and didn't fill it. It's only 17 handles. Hit it again. What a stink. First, next level up on ES. 20. 19. There's first target. Call it 19. I want to come in ahead of that overhead resistance. 19. If you guys want to reduce some risk at 19. The bot has it at 20, but there is resistance up there. I have 19. So if you got in, somewhere 8, 9, 10, 11 even, if you were way late, it's an 8-handle trade to 19 or better. Come on, 17.5. Give me the next ones. Anybody take YM long? If you're long YM, your first target is somewhere between 60 and 65. That's what I got. One standard deviation is at about 60, 59.60. So somewhere 60 to 65, just above. Then it's a free trade. There's 53. Come on. Don't be a punk. You're going to get it. There's 55, 7. Yeah. Okay, Dirk. Come on. Nasdaq, let's go. Pump it up. Pump it up. 58, 58, 59. We hit 60 on the YM. So that's the area. 60 to 65. Trade them as you see fit now. You got money. You have money. 5 ticks on the YM is, there it is. You got it anyway, 60 to 65. You got it. Free trade. You got 19 on the ES. Boo, stinking, yeah. Booyah. Now it's a free trade. YM, guys. Let her rip. Let her rip. Thank you, Andy. Gold. If you took my trade, you're up 37 ticks. Not too shabby. Not too shabby. I'm not letting that come back. Not too shabby. Nasdaq just pulled back to 25. That's probably an interesting area. Maybe 20, 26 half, maybe. Could come down to 20. Could come to 23 Nasdaq. Come on, ES, go get it. See how we're struggling at 20, guys? There's both targets on gold. Both targets on gold. Nasdaq's back to VWAP. This is another long. Back up to 37. Back up to 37. Come on. Come on, get to 37, to 35 maybe. 35. Man, we got to 32. 34. Come on, Nasdaq. Run with the ponies, baby. Run with the ponies. Come on. Let's go. Oh. Come on. Missed my target by 2 ticks, fellas. It's so damn fast I couldn't do anything about it. Come on, Nasdaq. Go get you some. Guys, I'm long at 27, so I'm trying to get to 33 half for the first target, and it won't get me out. I got to 33 quarter. Missed me by a tick. We're stuck, fellas. We're stuck. Here's your ES. Still fighting 19. All right. Got target. Got target. Nice job, Steve. I was in at 27. I got first target. Next pullback area I like would be closer to 12 if it does. See how this ES is stuck, guys? That's why I said I have a target at 20. We got to 1950. Now, in the next 15 minutes, I would expect this to get target. I don't have a bar timer on this, but we have 5.5 minutes left. If you guys want to take some risk off with the bot, for those of you that are on trial, risk off. Okay? You hit your target and you're out. All right, Greg. Nice job. Nice job. Fellas, do I have anybody in the room that is not making money? Look at YM. Got to 78. First target is off. It's a free trade. Same thing with the ES. It's a free trade. Nasdaq, if you're still holding from 85, free trade. You have nothing to lose, fellas. It would be impossible for guys not to have made money unless you're doing your own thing. Got 1,100 buyers, fellas. I like pullback maybe around 12 on if it's a deeper pullback. We're still holding VWAP, so it's technically another entry. But we've been here 3 or 4 times. We held it again. Bounce VWAP again. Anybody take my gold trade at 10? You're up $5. $5. Anybody take gold? Okay, Steve. It's time for a mic drop, fellas. Sean, we're going to pull back, but I think we can still get to 87. I think we're going to pull back. All right, James. Guys, again, you're welcome, Sean. I trade what I see, fellas. There goes Nasdaq again from just below VWAP 18. I was hoping for 12. You're welcome. James, you're very welcome. Here it goes. All right, so ES is making another push, fellas. Has to get through 20. We get to that 21 area, and then we start working up to 25. Pelosi and Mnuchin are scheduled to have another phone conversation today. Guys, they're going to come out with a deal. They're going to come out with a deal. Somebody knew that. Somebody knows this. You think gold is up $20 today? You think gold is up almost $20 today because somebody doesn't know something somewhere? Please. If that's the case, you've got swampland for sale. Gold is up $22 today. They're going to agree on something. Listen, first off, the markets rise anyways on speculation, right? It's up. Dollar has been selling off since 7:09 this morning. That's a fairly precipitous move in the buck. Somebody knows something. Personally, I was hoping we would trade sideways and kind of tread water. Hang on one second. I was hoping that we would trade sideways for a bit. And then toward the end of the month, as we got closer to the election, they would come out with a deal and send the markets significantly higher, new all-time highs going into the election. Short 26.25 on what? Oh, Nasdaq 26.25. Got it. Okay. Yeah, I got a short here with a 35 stop. I'm not taking it. I would rather buy somewhere near. 12 is hold, 20 is support. I don't think we're coming down. I think it's just a function of time. Gold, I would buy in a pullback to 14, maybe half, 15 if you're not in it. You could try to buy gold at $15. I really like 10 area, but 11 area, but that's where I gave it initially. New 15-minute candle, guys. All right, Steve. Gots to feed the dogs. Guys, if gold pulls back to about 14 to a half, if you're not in it, you can take gold again, I think. All right, Nasdaq. This is an area that we're going to bounce. Maybe if we can get 12, I like 12 with a stop at 4. 12 with a 4. I don't know that we can, but I like 12 with a 4. It's a small stop. Come on down. We got 16. Come on, a little bit more. Padmas. All right. All right, I'm long 12. There we go. Come on, bounce. Go back up to 18, first target, maybe 17, 17, 18. Come on, not going to get there. Let's go, rat dog. Where'd we get? We got to 16. 17, 18, first target. Oh, 17.75 it hit. So you got your 17, 18 area, fellas. You got your 17, 18 area. That was the little zone. It will probably bounce back up into VWAP, is what I would expect. Anybody take 12? I gave you the zone. 17, 18. Okay. I don't think we come much lower. I think we go back to 25. Stop is 06. You can go to 06 maybe now. Come on, hold it. I'm a buyer down here, guys. I'm not looking to sell this thing. I'm not interested in getting stuck on the wrong side of a trade. All right. Come on, gold, come back. Gold came back to 14.9, of course. Of course. ES probably pull back to 15, maybe 4. We're going to bounce 14, maybe half ES. Broke my support. 98 will hold it next. It's too many buyers, guys. No real sellers. Fellas, give me 1 minute if you would. Yes, SMA. All right, Mohammed, see you tomorrow. It's an SMA. So that's the only bot I have left on, fellas, is that 60-minute robot. And we're still struggling. We got to that 96 area again. This is the hourly. This is a 60-minute robot.
Order filled.
I don't know that it's got 100 ticks in it, but it's obviously got a few bucks. FDA official said safety halts are part of normal clinical trials. If you guys have profits locked in, you may want to take them off. We're coming into the close of Europe. YM is going to have to break this previous hour swing at 38. I don't think it's coming any lower than 10, even if it breaks it.
Order filled.
Anybody have any questions, guys? We should bounce back up to 90, 75 to 90. Stop would have to be 58, 57. It's not a trade I like. I prefer Nasdaq to come down to 46 again, but I don't know that it will. Crude is trying to pull back. GC is longs. Gold is longs, guys. It's not in shorts. You got almost 1,500 net buyers in gold. I don't see any. The only scenario is no stimulus at some point. Gold today can trade up to 21, 22 bucks. And Nasdaq is going to go right back to 90 from that 75 area. And then ultimately to 10, 110, 110. right back to 90. We're going to 110, guys, then 121. And we can trade to 187. Somebody's saying she's confident the U.S. has more space for fiscal stimulus. Fellas, my bots are all off. If we can get above what keeps stiffing us here, we're going to get that 110 target. We've been here a number of times, this area. This is where we keep getting jammed. Randy, so there are two trades. There is the robot trade, and then there are order flow trades. And sometimes the robot and the order flow, or maybe oftentimes, could be in conflict. They can both be right. So remember, if the bot shorts at a price, or goes long at a price for that matter, they oftentimes have pullbacks in that trend. And I'm trying to catch the trend. So right now, my belief is, and if somebody has a different belief, share it with me. The overall trend is what? Longs, right? I mean, is there anybody that disagrees that we're still basically in an uptrend? Is there anybody that disagrees with that? So what is easier to do? Trade with the trend or against the trend? What's easier to do? Trade with the trend. Here is the daily. Now, this could prove to be, this could prove to be a lower high, right? We have lower highs in here. We don't know that yet, but this is a daily chart. I'm still above my 50, 100, and 200. Look at our low. Basically, yesterday's low. That's all we did. If I were trading a daily chart, we still didn't take yesterday's low. Wouldn't I want to be long on the bottom of the daily time frame? So the trend is still intact. So I'm inclined to buy pullbacks, not try to short and catch. Again, if somebody has the ability to look at a chart and say, well, we're going to sell off from that 91 all the way down to 27, I'm going to call bullshit, because you don't. So if I'm going to take a short in a buy zone, what could my possible targets be? Yeah, I know what the bots did, and the bots are now going long. You want to be long crude, fellas. Crude's along. ES is along with a first target at 15, 16. And look, oh my goodness gracious me. We're right back up to 12,100. All we're doing is going back and forth in the trend. I have no interest in being short this market. Not yet. Yes, there are shorts. Here, I'll give you one. Just to prove a point. Hang on. We're going to 10. Above that, we're going back to 2150 if anybody is still holding. Short Nasdaq. No, not you. You're short, right? I just gave you a 15 range trade. 15 range. Okay? So you would have been short if you were quick on the draw. Maybe 91, 92, 93. You got 5 points. 5 points. Now, if you were short, do we have any idea that this, in theory, could drop 7,000 points? I mean, the Nasdaq could drop all the way down to 2,000. Do we have any reason to believe that? We don't know. Oh, right back up. So if you're the kind of trader that wants to catch every single trade, that's not for me. I'm not interested in that. So you would have, at the best, maybe you got 7 handles. At the best, and it's right back up. Where's the trend? The trend is long. What's easier to trade? Buying the pullback or you're welcome, Jim. Buying the pullback or trying to, again, we don't ever know when we're going to get a 100-point rally or a 100-point sell-off. We never know that. If there's anybody that thinks they do, share it with me. I have no way of knowing. So until I'm proven wrong, I got to buy pullbacks. Why would I sell? I mean, theoretically, you could short it here if you want with a stop at 05. That's on a 5-minute chart. 05 stop, short Nasdaq, 05 stop. Target, I know I have support at 66, so how about 74, 73? So maybe you got a 15-handle target, but you also have an 18-handle stop. I mean, Steve, your results in your trading cannot be replicated. It cannot be replicated. You are using a specific Uniranko candle that is unique unto you. So, you know, again, I saw the video you sent me, but it can't be replicated. Randy. Now, if you could find a way to replicate that, you're onto something. Guys, hang on 1 second. Be right back. All right, I'm back, fellas. ES on the 15-minute up 287.50. ES on the Unirenko up 337.50. GC on the 3-minute up 1190. Hang on, fellas. Hang on, guys. Hang on. 1 second. Again, you ready? ES on a 15-minute up 287.50. ES on a Unirenko up 337.50. Gold on a 3-minute up 1990. Gold on a 377 up 730. NQ on the 3-minute up 2135. NQ on the 3-minute high probability up 1465. And the YM, which I closed out on the 60-minute, up 85 bucks, but working lower. First target on the hourly is 28,474. I doubt it may. I don't know. I don't think it comes down that far. It'd have to come through the third standard deviation. What's the total? 7,030 bucks.